Now the next ones that I want to talk about, I call these grip punches because they're kind of like a grip. Obviously, Martha Stewart, not kidding anybody there. What I like about these is they invert without a problem. You can use it either way, works the same. Your hand's basically performing the same function. It is a bit sturdier for thicker papers, even though it's kind of a lever. It's got a sturdiness that makes you feel a little more confident. Again, maximize your paper because you're using it upside down. And this again is an issue of shapes, because it doesn't matter how bad or how good a punch is. If it doesn't punch the shapes that you use in your everyday work, whether it's scrapbooking or mixed media or altered art, then it's not going to really make a difference to you. One of the things I do notice about Martha Stewart punches, especially these single image punches, is that her die shapes are fairly small. You know, she doesn't really go larger. And so, like for me, this is a flower thing, which is what I like. But I'm limited by the size, and these are fairly small, and I kind of like to play with the medium or large shapes. Although this is still helpful, you know, I wish she had more variety on the sizes. I will give her huge kudos for this new thing where I'm sure you've seen the Stampin' Punch. Genius, absolute genius that you can stamp the veins and then punch the leaf. You know, high fives to her for thinking of that, and I'm really impressed with it. Now, one of the reasons that that I like this better even than the lever or the button is because this releases you from a flat surface. Both the lever and the button that I just showed you, you almost have to be sitting at a table to use them because they have to kind of sit on a table. This is something you can sit in front of the television and do mindless punching, because punching is not brain surgery. You just need to get your punches done and then you go on to doing the creative stuff later on. But in front of the TV, you can just punch and punch to your heart's delight. So this frees you from a flat surface. So that's Martha. Happy with her. Fairly new to me are these Fiskars. I call them scissor punches because they kind of remind me of scissors. God bless them. They designed them bottom up. They don't make you flip them over. They understood that you want to see what you're punching, and they designed it so that you do see what you're punching. I'm very impressed with the work that's done on thicker papers. I do like the larger die. So you can get larger images, or you could even, you know, depending on how they wanted to do it, they could even get 2 or 3 smaller images on one die. So you can get a little more for your money. Again, right in front of the TV, you don't need a flat surface in front of you. You can just feed and punch, feed and punch. I don't know if you've noticed that Fiskars now, and I don't own it, it's an edge punch, and it's the punch itself is separate from the cartridges. You can put different cartridges in it and you get different designs, and then but the puncher itself is just its own unit with cartridges that go in it. I wish they could figure out how to do it with this thing. I mean, that would be great to just like insert a cartridge and just have this be your main unit. I'd have to be honest with you, this is my favorite kind of punch. The only reason I'm not absolutely married to this particular punch is because they don't have enough of the images that I'm looking for. The shapes are not there for me. There's a few shapes. They're probably still working on building up their collection. I'm looking forward to seeing more of them. I'm going to show you one that, this is really new to me. And I have to say that I'm always impressed with EK. They have they have just your basic punches, but this is kind of a unique one. This is the 3-in-1 punch, where you get 3 different, depending on where you slide this to. If you've used punches, you know it has a slider and you get different shapes out of it. I find them fairly easy to use, even though they're like a lever punch. They still have a nice long area there where you can just kind of lay into it. It's not just a little spot. as far as trying to maximize your paper usage or doing fussy cutting, this is a bit of a problem because I have noticed that this is not WYSIWYG. What you see is not what you get. There's actually larger pieces that come out of here than you see here, so you can kind of line it up with what you see, but the image it just turns out larger. So I'm still playing with this. I may end up loving this, but like I said, it's new to me. So if you've tried this and if you like it, please tell me and tell me what you like about it, because I would love to know more about it. So EK is a really good company. I like the stuff that they make. This I'm still playing with. I'm going to just do a quick look at some that are not handheld, because I did use some of them in the French flower market. Spellbinders is new to me. I know they've been around for a long time, but they're new to me, and love that you can get, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different leaf shapes in a very compact area, easy to store, is thrilling for me. I do know that they also make nesting ones, which is also very exciting, because when they nest, you get a variety of sizes out of one collection, and that is just, I'm going to have to look more into Spellbinders. For all I know, they've over the years created everything I ever wanted, but I just got into it, so now I don't even know what they did before, and they're probably discontinued or whatever, but I'm going to look into this more. These are great. And they're fairly easy to use, because again, all it requires is a die cutting machine, or if you're lucky enough, a Vagabond. Sizzix, same thing, lovely stuff. Tim Holtz, very nice, and what we like to call sometimes, or I like to call it, has larger real estate, so you can get a lot of different things off of one of these dies, things that you can't get out of handheld dies. Real quickly, all around the page, and these that are not edge cut, they kind of turn out like a ribbon. Excellent. I am experimenting with these in unexpected ways too, and if and when I've got something to show you, I will show you what these can do for yourself. So that's kind of the best I can do. I'm hoping that you have some input and educate me and educate others.